Hi everyone, my name is Lisandra Tabio Gomez, and this is my stage 4 for oral defense in my ethics course with Professor Ryan J. Adams. And in my final argument, I concluded that Albert J. Dunlap was not morally justified, and I used Kantian deontology as ethical theory that best evaluates his leadership. Kantian ethics focuses on moral duty, honesty, and respecting people as human beings rather than judging an action only by its consequences. Um, the first question I need to address is why I rejected another ethical theory. The theory I rejected has the best way to evaluate Dunlap is utilitarianism. Utilitarianism focuses mainly on consequences and whether an action produces the greatest overall benefits. Someone using utilitarianism could argue that Dunlap's actions were justified because his decision increased profits, improved shareholder values, or helped struggling companies. However, I reject utilitarianism as the best theory because positive results alone do not make an action morally right. Moreover, Dunlap's leadership raises concern about honesty, intimidation, misleading financial information, and dignity of employees. Keynesian ethics give me a stronger way to evaluate these issues because it asks whether a leader follows a moral duty and treats people as an end in themselves instead of merely using them as a means to achieve financial success. Um, Now, the second question is what I believe was the hardest moral tension in this case. For me, the hardest tension was the conflict between trying to save a struggling company and respecting the rights for the employees that could be harmed by those actions. I understand that a CEO has a responsibility to keep a company financially stable, and sometimes layoff may be necessary. At the same time, employees are human beings whose life and family can be seriously affected when they lose their jobs. This is why I do not believe that every layoff is automatically immoral. The important ethic question is how the decision is made and how the employees are treated afterwards. A leader can make difficult financial decisions while still being truthful, communicating honesty, very important, and respecting employees' dignity. But intimidation, deceptions, or treating employees only as expenses or tool to increase profit will violate county moral duties, even if those actions produce successfully financial results. Therefore, after considering both sides, my financial position remained that Alvin J. Tumlan was not morally justified. I believe Kantian Densology provides the strongest evaluation because leadership should not be judged only by profits or results. Ethical leadership also requires honesty and try to look out for those people that are harmed in the process. And also require moral duty and respect for human dignity. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy.